All right, guys, so I manage a few offers that you've probably heard of, and one of them we basically skyrocketed from 200K to 1.9 million. We're actually at 2.3 by now in January because this is just one of our processors. And what I'll be sharing here with you is, as a growth operator, as somebody that manages multiple accounts, I'm going to share with you the thought process on how we did this and how I use Claude Code to scale my operations, and how you should think about scaling the operations, because it's never a sales, marketing, or customer support problem. It's an actual revenue operations problem, which is a little bit different, and I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. So we got marketing with paid ads, DMs for DM ads and whatever you want to do, like content. We got sales with sales team, AI, SMS, X, Y, and Z, and we got products with onboarding, the delivery, the coaching. But everything is revenue operations. Especially the handoffs is where a lot of the problems happen, because typically the person that is responsible for product, they're just like a door in sales, and the sales team, all they do is just sell, and then the marketing team, all they do is just run paid ads. So most people ultimately, they're siloed into these operations, and they don't understand the holistic view of the systems. And typically people get some NAN or automation specialists to build these handoffs, but look, the guy just gonna build the system. It's like you get a bunch of bricklayers to build a mansion, but you need the architect for the mansion to look good. And you, as the RevOps person, as the growth operator, you are the architect. So for lead handoff, just generally speaking, you gotta have your API conversions in place and lead scoring. For customer handoff, you gotta have your onboarding calls and call scoring as well. This is not the point of the video, but I'm just gonna show from a high level in terms of the operations, kind of everything. Everybody has a CRM, a database. In this case, I use my own tracker. You've got a call recording tool. You've got customer onboarding forms. If you don't, you should. So you got all this data that you're generating, but for the most part, it's all over the place and it's a mess. And then you try to get somebody in Pakistan or whatever in Nigeria. Actually, I got a pretty good developer in Nigeria, so I take that back. But to build this, but they don't understand the full context. So that's where you can come in, understanding this general overview and just connecting the tools. You can do the job of everybody, like a sales manager, data analyst, a marketing analyst, a product specialist, because the way that you integrate Claude Code with all of your data, it allows you to scrape, combine, create through multiple data points that if you manage multiple offers, it's highly beneficial. So what I will show you here is just an example of how I did it. So basically, the way that I set this up was I created one folder, and basically in this folder, I've got the Claude, these files here where I just want to make sure that it can run without a lot of my approvals. And then here I've got my clients that I've added. I've got more clients, but these are the ones that I'm testing. And then here I'm adding some of the context about the client, some of the context, some of the customer personas for this client, some of the paid ad strategy. Here I'm building a landing page file where basically for each specific client, I will add the design assets, the logos, etc., to create funnels from here. And then over here, I'm starting to build some agents where basically if I have all my data in the CRM that is enriched, and you have to properly set this up. In my channel, I explain how to do that. You have your database here sending the information. You have your call scores. You have your customer onboarding. You can literally find the best lead magnet to create for your customers, the best funnel, and all that stuff. And this is just an example here where I also, in terms of the operations, I connected Notion, but you can connect Asana or ClickUp. And basically the goal of the business is to make money. Multiple people work on different things, and because they are siloed, don't understand that like product is irrelevant if we're not selling, and marketing is irrelevant if we're not generating leads correctly to sell. The business is sales. Sales is the oxygen that keeps everything afloat and every family fed. So how do you get all of this data, and how you get like the task management, and you as the growth operator, as the fractional CRO, understand all the players in your business, and you assign the tasks and you manage them in a way where it's like more likely to generate better results. And for some reason it seems to work, right? So how I did this here in Claude, and to be very honest guys, it's actually pretty simple if you really understand like the fundamentals here, where you need a CRM, you need the contacts with the custom fields, you need the pipeline correctly, you need a database. It can't be like a stupid end of day report. You need the call transcripts, you need the customer onboarding and all of that stuff. You can just integrate all this data here, and I'm going to show you, for example, what I did here is basically I've gone through the tasks for the day, and then I got like this overview, and then I asked to focus more on the tasks on the specific task manager, and it gave me this rundown. And then I asked, like, because we're gonna launch a webinar, just go through all the contacts, give me all the information about their customer persona, about like their call transcripts, if they purchase, if they don't purchase. So you need this data in your CRM, right? And then it just gave like the information here about the contacts. And if I were to optimize my pipeline, I could just go on a different route, but because I wanted to analyze this landing page and build it, then I just collected all the information from 100 opportunities. I could go further, but I got like a general overview of common patterns, challenges, etc. from their call transcripts. Then I've analyzed the page, and then it gave me like an analysis of what to do to improve the page. And once I'm done with this, what I'll do is I created a draft of the page, but the actual mock-ups and stuff from the page itself, I haven't been able to add here in terms of the right HTML and CSS that needs to be there. So the page itself wasn't that good, but it allowed me to get all the copy that I needed based on my customer information. And then from here, I could just create a task for somebody to execute on this, and then open a new tab, check what are my sales team stats, see who's top performing, see who's getting worse, analyze their call transcripts, create a specific training for them, pass that to the sales manager as a task, and move on. And then same thing for the media buying, scrape the ad manager platform, scrape Hyros, identify like what's our ROI, what are the ads that are converting, X, Y, and Z, add Gemini here, create variations of the creatives, and just pass that to the media buyers. So basically, like, you gotta understand that this serves as like a place where like you can just do that for every client. You know, you can just manage multiple clients, multiple sales teams like really quickly. And the only thing that it's hard to explain in one video is that you gotta have a brain, understand like what it's good, right? Like what works, what doesn't work. That's only with time, but that will give you like a good ability to like manage things at scale. So that's just one of the things that I haven't been seeing anyone in the coaching industry, the consulting industry sharing. And I just wanted to share because I think it's super valuable. So this video is helpful, like just subscribe, and we'll stay in touch.